The Egyptian Ankh symbolizes life, embodying the breath of life itself and the potent energy that empowers all living creatures. It stands as a timeless emblem of vitality and the enduring spirit that animates all existence. The Ankh is associated with the hieroglyphs for air and water, as well as being linked to the sun, underscoring its profound link to life, illumination, sustenance, and both generation and regeneration. The Ankh is recognized as the key of life and commonly appears in the grasp of Egyptian deities. The pharaohs of Egypt are regularly portrayed receiving the Ankh, symbolizing a personal and cultural bestowment of continued life and protection. The Ankh represents the soul's immortality, the concept of reincarnation, and the deep Egyptian belief in the afterlife. Often depicted as emanating from the sun disk, the Ankh represents the life-giving energy of the solar orb's golden rays. The earliest Ankh amulets were mainly made of gold, the metal of the sun, and also electrum, a naturally occurring alloy of silver and gold. In the famous family relief of the Egyptian 18th dynasty, Akhenaten and Nefertiti are depicted with the Ankh entering their nostrils. The symbol itself is depicted emanating from the sun, thus symbolizing the connection to light, air, and the breath. Other astronomical interpretations suggest that the Ankh symbol represents the daily journey of the sun across the horizon. Additionally, the Ankh is closely linked with the planet Venus and the goddess Isis, sharing a resemblance with the astrological sign for the morning and evening star and the feminine female symbol. Anatomically, this enigmatic symbol is believed to represent the convergence of opposites, the harmonious union of male and female, and the equilibrium of negative and positive forces. The teardrop shape can be interpreted as a symbol of the female womb, the womb of Isis, the nurturing ground of all life. Conversely, the straight lines are thought to represent the active masculine principle and the male creative parts. The Ankh is often compared to the human head and spinal column, with the circular loop at its top representing the skull and the vertical bar symbolizing the spinal column. The Ankh may be viewed as an ideogram depicting the central anatomical components of the Great Awakening, the human central nervous system. The crossbar at the intersection may symbolize the shoulders and clavicle, but also the crossing of the sacred creative energies from the neck into the head center, where it helps to open the inner eye of the thalamus. In its anthropomorphic form, this mysterious motif is frequently featured with the outstretched arms of a human figure, emerging from beneath the clavicle-like horizontal crossbeam. Regarding its potential practical applications, the unique shape of the Ankh is ideally suited for the opening of the door of life, an anatomical key, to help us bypass a difficult energetic pinch point within the lower spinal column. In Far Eastern traditions, the door of life, also known as Ming Men, is situated in the lumbar region of the spine, directly opposite the navel, between the second and third lumbar vertebrae. This area is where the spinal cord separates into the sacral plexus nerve bundle, otherwise known as the cauda equina in Latin, or the horse's tail. It is where the lumbar cistern begins. The lumbar cistern is a small reservoir of cerebral spinal fluid that envelops the sacral plexus at the base of the spine. The activation of this vital area helps to circulate the conserved creative force and enables us, our spirit, our nervous system, to gain better control of our horse, our physical body. There are numerous methods for accessing and opening the door of life, one of which involves applying pressure to the navel area. This pressure is used to stimulate and release the vital energy locked within the lumbar and sacrum, the sacred bone. When the creative force is conserved, through semen retention in the case of a male practitioner, some energetic blockages and stagnation can occur in the hips, sacrum, and lower spine. The metaphorical opening of the door of life can help with the release of the built-up tension and stress, and the subsequent lifting of the preserved bioelectrical life force. The hands and fingers can be used in this practice, but certain tools can also be utilized. The very design of the Ankh is perfectly suited for this purpose. Its crossbar and teardrop shape provide a secure grip, and the other end can be positioned just below the navel to exert the necessary pressure. This exercise is well known in Far Eastern energy work traditions. Here we can see the Taoist Grandmaster Mantak Chia applying gentle pressure to the lower abdomen to help open the door of life. We can see he utilizes the handle of a bamboo hitter, a well-known and useful energy tool from the Taoist energy work teachings. If attempting this for the first time, please proceed slowly. You may hear some clicking and experience the release of gas and trapped air, and even some lightheadedness, which is normal. It is important to lean forward when performing this practice, applying gentle pressure and softly exhaling. And please, do not exert too much external pressure, and always use your breath, lungs, and diaphragm to help adjust the internal resistance. This is only one of the possible practical applications of the Ankh, applications that may aid in the activation, circulation, and utilization of the body's bioelectrical creative energy. However, to keep the video concise and in order, the other possible applications are reserved for later publications on the Arwen Spring YouTube channel, so please stay tuned. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification buttons for news of future videos. The Ankh is the symbol of life. It is held and bestowed by the gods. The Ankh represents the life force and the subtle sacred energies of the natural world. In its anatomical interpretation, the Ankh may be seen as a tool, a utensil, to aid in the heightening of these subtle energies within the human body. The Ankh may enable the unlocking of the life force like a metaphorical key, a key to help us access our very own door of life and our true human potential.